At 7:55 a.m. on December 7, 1941, Quartermaster Third Class Lou Conter stood on the quarterdeck of USS Arizona, watching the sky. Japanese dive bombers, descending, 20 years old, from Ojibwa, Wisconsin, 4 months in the Navy. This was supposed to be a peaceful Sunday morning. Arizona was moored at Battleship Row, berth F7, the most powerful battleship in the Pacific Fleet. Length, 608 feet. Displacement, 32,000 tons. Crew, 1,512 men. 12 14-inch guns. Each shell weighed 1,500 pounds. Could hit targets 20 miles away. Below decks, 1.5 million pounds of ammunition, powder, shells, explosives. Enough firepower to level a city, all stored in forward magazines, protected by 13 inches of armor plate. Protected. That was the theory. Lou heard explosions, distant, then closer. Then the water between ships erupted, geysers, 50 feet high, bombs, real bombs. This was not a drill. His battle station was the bridge. He ran, alarms screaming, general quarters, all hands. Men poured from below, some in underwear, some carrying breakfast trays. Nobody understood yet. 8:06 a.m. 11 minutes into the attack, a 1,760-pound armor-piercing bomb fell from 10,000 feet. Nakajima B-5N bomber. The bomb struck between Turret 1 and Turret 2, penetrated the armored deck, punched through 4 levels, reached the forward magazine, 1.5 million pounds of ammunition, detonated. Simultaneously, the explosion was instantaneous, equivalent to 1,000 tons of TNT. The entire forward section lifted out of the water. The fireball reached 500 feet into the sky. The shockwave was felt 15 miles away. Lou was on the quarterdeck, 400 feet aft. The blast hit him. A physical wall. Temperature, 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit at detonation point. The shockwave threw him 20 feet. He hit the railing, hard, ears ringing. Could not hear, could not think. He stood, looked forward. The front third of his ship, gone, just fire, smoke, twisted metal, and men, hundreds of men, falling, burning, dying. 1,177 sailors and Marines died in 9 seconds. Most died instantly, vaporized. Others trapped below, drowning as the ship flooded. Others in the water, burning. The fuel oil ignited. The harbor became a sea of fire. Lou Conter, age 20. 11 minutes of combat experience. Just watched 1,100 shipmates die in 9 seconds. He was still alive. Men were in the water, burning, screaming, drowning. He had a choice: jump, save himself, or stay, help them. Then he realized something. Jumping was not a choice. Staying was not a choice. There was only duty, and duty meant staying. Lou stayed. Lou Conter, born October 13, 1921. Ojibwa, Wisconsin. Population, 680. Small town, lumber mill, farms, nothing special. His father worked at the mill. His mother raised 5 children. Lou was the eldest, responsible, reliable, good student. No money for college, no prospects, just Wisconsin, forever. 1940. Lou was 18, high school graduate. The Depression was ending. Jobs were scarce. Europe was at war. Japan was expanding. America would be pulled in. Everyone knew it. Lou made a decision. Navy. His father said no. Too dangerous. Stay home, work the mill, get married, raise a family, be safe. Lou joined anyway. March 1941. He wanted to see the world, wanted something bigger than Wisconsin, bigger than the lumber mill, boot camp, Great Lakes Naval Training Station, Illinois. 8 weeks, seamanship, navigation, gunnery, discipline. Lou excelled at navigation. Charts, calculations, plotting courses. The Navy assigned him to quartermaster school, navigation specialist. July 1941. Orders arrived. USS Arizona, BB-39. Pearl Harbor, territory of Hawaii. Lou had never been west of Wisconsin. Now he was sailing to paradise. USS Arizona. Commissioned 1916. 25 years old. Modernized twice. New engines, new guns, new armor. But still a World War I design. Beautiful, powerful, and old. The crew was young, average age, 23. Many on their first deployment. They trained constantly. Gunnery drills, damage control, man overboard. The Navy knew war was coming. Just not when. Just not where. Lou wrote home every week, told his parents about Hawaii, the beaches, the sunshine, the ship. He wrote, "Do not worry about me. We are the most powerful fleet in the world. Nothing can touch us here." November 1941. Tensions escalated. Japan mobilized. Diplomacy was failing. War felt close, but not at Pearl Harbor. Hawaii was too far, too well defended. The Japanese could never reach Hawaii. Impossible. December 6, 1941. Saturday night. Shore leave. Half the crew went ashore. Lou had duty. He stayed aboard, wrote a letter home, told his parents he would be home for Christmas 1942, told his mother not to worry. He sealed the envelope, went to sleep. December 7th, 7:30 a.m. Lou woke up, grabbed breakfast, prepared for morning formation. Captain Van Valkenburg wanted everyone present. Rumors of war, but not today, not here. Then the bombs fell. If you want to see how a 20-year-old farm boy from Wisconsin became the last living witness to the worst naval disaster in American history, hit that like button right now. This is Lou Conter's story, the final voice of Pearl Harbor. Subscribe so you never miss these stories. Back to December 7th, 8:06 a.m. The bomb hit. Lou was 400 feet from impact point. The blast was immediate, total, catastrophic. The forward magazines exploded. 1.5 million pounds of ammunition. Gone. In 1 second. The explosion consumed 30,000 square feet of ship. Turret 1, 1,100 tons of steel, lifted into the air. Crashed back down. Turret 2 collapsed into the crater. The deck between them vanished. Just gone. Replaced by fire. The men on the forward deck. Gone. Vaporized. 600 men stationed forward of the explosion. Dead before they heard the blast. Lou stood up. His uniform was torn. Blood on his face. Not his blood. He did not know whose blood. Could not remember. His ears rang. High-pitched whine. Everything else was silent. Men screaming, but he could not hear them. Something was wrong with his hearing. No. Something was wrong with everything. The ship was dying. Arizona settled by the bow. Water poured through the massive hole. The forward compartments flooded. Men trapped inside, pounding on hatches from below, screaming. Nobody could reach them. Then the fuel oil started leaking. 1.5 million gallons of bunker fuel. Thick, black, viscous. The explosion ruptured the tanks. Oil poured into the harbor, 6 inches thick on the water surface, and the oil was burning. The harbor became hell. Fire floating on water. Men jumped from the burning ship, landed in burning water. They had to choose. Burn on steel or burn in oil. Lou watched them choose. Some dove under, tried to swim beneath the flames, surfaced in clear spots. Dove again. Some made it. Some did not. Some never surfaced. Captain Van Valkenburg, on the bridge when the bomb hit. Dead. Admiral Isaac Kidd, also on the bridge. Dead. The entire command structure, gone. Junior officers shouting orders, contradictory orders. Nobody knew what to do. Lou's training took over: damage control, save the ship, fight the fires, rescue survivors. But Arizona could not be saved. The magazines were gone. The ship was flooding. 10,000 tons of water per minute. The fires were out of control. Nothing could stop them. 15 minutes after the explosion, the executive officer gave the order: abandon ship. Every man for himself. Get off before she rolls. Men jumped. Into the fire. Into the oil. Into death. Some made it to Ford Island. Some did not. Lou looked at the wounded. Men on deck, burned, broken, unable to move. They could not jump, could not swim, could not save themselves. Someone had to help them. Someone had to stay. Lou made his choice. Again. He stayed. 8:15 a.m. Arizona was sinking. The bow submerged. Water reached the main deck. Men slid toward the flames on oil-covered steel. Lou and 6 others stayed behind. The wounded could not walk. Burns, shrapnel, broken bones, unconscious. Lou grabbed the nearest man, dragged him. The sailor's skin came off in Lou's hands, melted into the uniform. Lou did not look, just drag. Get him to the edge. The water was hell. 6 inches of burning oil. Men dove under, swam as far as possible underwater, surfaced for air. The trick was finding clear spots, but clear spots were rare. Men surfaced in flames, started burning, dove back under. Some drowned trying not to burn. Some burned trying not to drown. Lou lowered wounded men into the water. Other sailors below grabbed them, towed them toward shore, toward rescue boats. Some made it, some did not. Lou did not count, could not count. Next man. Keep moving. Do not think. Do not stop. A sailor named Don Stratton was trapped. Forward gun platform. Burned over 70% of his body. Gun crew dead around him, holding a railing, barely conscious. USS Vestal was moored 70 feet away. A sailor on Vestal threw a line. Stratton grabbed it, hand over hand. 70 feet. Over burning water. Burned hands. Skin peeling. He made it. Stratton would survive. Would live 76 more years. Would write a book. Would tell Lou's story. But Lou did not know that. Lou just worked. Hauling. Dragging. Lowering. 2 hours straight. Japanese planes kept coming. Strafing. Bombing. Bullets in the water around the swimmers. Men who survived fire drowned from exhaustion. At 10 a.m., the second wave withdrew. The attack ended. Pearl Harbor was ruins. 8 battleships sunk or damaged. 188 aircraft destroyed. 2,403 Americans dead. 1,178 wounded. USS Arizona, 1,177 dead. Nearly half of all Pearl Harbor deaths. On one ship. In 9 seconds. Lou climbed off Arizona at 10:30 a.m., one of the last to leave. Covered in oil. Exhausted. Hands blistered. Burns. Smoke inhalation. Shock. A corpsman checked him. Minor injuries. Lou refused treatment. Other men needed it more. He walked to the shore, sat down, watched his ship burn. Arizona burned for 3 days. The fires could not be stopped. Oil kept reigniting. Bodies floated. Some recovered. Most were not. Trapped inside. Sealed forever. 900 men remain inside Arizona. Today, right now, still there. Lou sat on the shore. Made a decision. This would not happen again. Not to him. Not to anyone. He would fight back. Kill Japanese pilots, as many as possible. He would become a pilot. He would learn to kill. But first, he had to write a letter home. December 8, 1941. America declared war. President Roosevelt. A date which will live in infamy. Lou listened from a temporary barracks. Around him, 335 survivors, out of 1,512. 1 in 4 lived. 3 in 4 died. Lou wrote the letter to his parents, told them, "I am alive. Do not worry. I will come home. But not yet. Not until this is finished." He did not tell them about the fire, the screaming, the bodies. Some things parents should not know. The survivors were reassigned. The Navy needed every man. Lou was assigned to shore patrol, guard duty, checking IDs, safe, boring. He lasted 3 days. December 11th. Lou walked into Naval Aviation recruitment, said, "I want to fly. I want to kill Japanese pilots." The officer checked his record. Quartermaster. Good scores. Age 20. Eligible. Application approved. Flight training. Pensacola, Florida. March 1942. 3 months away. Until then, shore patrol. Lou could not wait. Volunteered for salvage crews. Retrieving bodies from sunken ships. Diving into flooded compartments. Dangerous. Depressing. But it kept him busy. Kept him from thinking. The bodies haunted him. Bloated. Discolored. Some recognizable, some not. Lou pulled 47 bodies out. 17 from Arizona. He knew their names. Ate with them. Played cards with them. One body broke him. Seaman First Class, James Anderson. Age 19. Texas. Lou's bunkmate. They had shore leave together. Went to a movie. Talked about home. Anderson wanted to be a mechanic. Open a garage. Marry his girlfriend Sarah. December 19th. Lou found Anderson's body. 12 days in the water. Unrecognizable. Lou only knew from the name on the belt. He carried the body to the dock, sat next to it. For an hour. Could not leave. Could not cry. Just sat. The chaplain found him. Asked if Lou needed to talk. Lou said, "How many? How many Japanese pilots can one American pilot kill? 10, 20, 50? I'm going to find out." The chaplain said, "That is not healthy." Lou said, "Anderson will never be healthy. He is dead. I am alive. That is not fair. So I will make it count." March 1942. Lou reported to Pensacola. Flight training. Class 42C. 120 candidates. Not all would graduate. Some would wash out. Some would die in training. Flying was dangerous even without combat. Lou did not care about danger. Danger meant nothing after Pearl Harbor. You either die or you do not. Lou decided he would not die until the debt was paid. 1,177 men. He owed them everything. Training was brutal. 12-hour days, classroom, physical training, flight time, every day. No breaks. 60% washed out. Lou did not wash out. Lou excelled. Obsessive focus. His instructors noted, does not socialize, does not drink, does not relax, just flies. Studies, flies again. They asked if he was okay. Lou said, "I am fine. I just want to get to combat." September 1942. Lou graduated. Wings of Gold, Naval Aviator. He was assigned to VP-11, Patrol Squadron, flying PBY Catalinas. Not fighters, not glamorous. But Lou did not care about glamorous. He cared about killing. And PBY Catalinas killed submarines. The war was about to get personal. PBY Catalina, flying boat. Length, 63 feet. Wingspan, 104 feet. Speed, 115 miles per hour. Slow. Unarmed except for machine guns. But it could fly 24 hours. Land on water. Rescue pilots. Hunt submarines. Lou's squadron deployed to the Aleutian Islands. Alaska. Cold. Foggy. Miserable. 16-hour patrols over the North Pacific. Sub-zero temperatures. Visibility near zero. If you crashed, hypothermia killed you in 10 minutes. January 1943. Lou's first combat. Target, Japanese installation on Kiska Island. 8 PBYs. Lou was co-pilot. They flew low, 200 feet, below the fog. Kiska appeared. Japanese anti-aircraft opened fire. Tracers. Explosions. A shell burst near them. Shrapnel through the fuselage. The waist gunner screamed. Hit. Lou ran back. Applied tourniquet, morphine, bandage. The pilot was also hit. Shoulder wound. Could not use his right arm. Lou took the controls. One hand on stick. One hand on throttle. They dropped bombs, turned, ran. Full throttle. 175 miles per hour. Felt like flying through mud. Every second expecting the kill shot. They made it. Landed at Adak. The gunner survived. The pilot recovered. Lou was promoted. First pilot. His own aircraft. His own crew. Over the next year, 200 combat missions, patrol, bombing, rescue. Lou saved 11 downed pilots. Sank 2 Japanese submarines. Shot down 0 times. Then, February 1944, changed everything. Lou's squadron transferred to Guadalcanal. Solomon Islands. Warm, humid. Their mission, hunt submarines. Rescue airmen. February 18th. Routine patrol. 18-hour mission. They spotted a periscope. Japanese submarine. Lou attacked, dropped depth charges, direct hit, oil, debris, kill confirmed. Then their starboard engine caught fire. No warning. Just flames. Spreading. The fuel tank was next. If the fire reached the tank, they exploded. Lou shut down the engine. Fire suppression. The fire continued. Lou made the call. We are ditching. Everyone brace. Landing a burning Catalina on 6-foot swells. One engine. Fire spreading. Lou brought it down. The impact was brutal. One crew member broke his arm. Another broke his nose. But they were down. Alive. The crew evacuated. 8 men. 2 rafts. They pushed away. The Catalina exploded. Blast wave rolled the rafts. Everyone into the water. They clawed back in. Counted. 8. All present. They were 180 miles from base. In enemy waters. Radio destroyed. Nobody knew they were down. Supplies for 3 days. Water, rations, flares, and a broken radio beacon. Day 1. Night fell. Aircraft overhead. Could not tell friend from enemy. Did not risk flares. Japanese patrol boats were active. Day 2. Sun was brutal. No shade. Dehydration. Lips cracked. Tongues swelled. 1 cup of water per man per day. Not enough. Day 3. 1 man hallucinating. Another wanted to drink seawater. Lou stopped him. Seawater kills faster than thirst. Day 4. Lou saw a speck. Aircraft. He fired a flare. The plane turned. American. A PBY. His own squadron. They were saved. All 8 survived. Lou returned to flight status 2 weeks later. The war continued. So did Lou. But his luck had limits. And those limits were approaching fast. 1945. January. The war was ending. Japan was losing, but fighting harder. Kamikaze. Banzai charges. No surrender. Every battle, every island. Fight to the death. Lou's squadron moved to Palaleu, Caroline Islands. Mission changed. No more patrol. Now rescue. Downed pilots. Sailors from sunken ships. Marines trapped on beaches. The PBY could land anywhere there was water. January 30th, 1945. Emergency call. B-29 crew down near Truk Lagoon. Japanese territory. Heavily defended. Lou volunteered. Took 8 crew. Flew into Truk at dawn. They found the B-29 crew. 4 men. Life rafts. Surrounded by sharks. Lou landed. Rough seas. 8-foot swells. Rescued the B-29 crew. Pulled them aboard. Tried to take off. The Catalina would not lift. Too heavy. Fuel. Crew. Rescued men. Equipment. Over maximum takeoff weight. Lou tried twice. Both times stuck to the water. Then Japanese Zeros appeared. 3 fighters. 5,000 feet. Diving. Lou made the call. Abandon aircraft. Everyone out, into the water. Now. 12 men bailed, 8 crew, 4 rescued. They swam away from the Catalina. The Zeros strafed the empty aircraft. Bullets, explosions, the fuel tanks ignited. The Catalina sank in 90 seconds. The Zeros circled, looking for survivors. Lou and his men dove underwater, held breath, surfaced only when necessary. The Zeros strafed the water. 2 men hit, wounded, not dead. The Zeros left. 12 men, 6 life rafts recovered. Wounded men, open ocean, enemy territory, 400 miles from friendly forces. Nobody knew they were down. This was worse than 1944. More men, less supplies, deeper in enemy waters. 2 wounded. Without rescue in 48 hours, men would start dying. Day 1, floated, rationed water, watched for aircraft, did not risk flares. Too many Japanese. Day 2. 1 wounded man unconscious, infection. Without antibiotics, he would die. The other weakening. Day 3, morning. Lou heard engines, big engines, flying boat, American, another Catalina. Lou fired every flare, red, green, orange. The Catalina turned, rescued. All 12 survived. Both wounded men recovered. Lou Conter had been shot down twice, survived twice. Saved 23 lives total. Killed enemy submarines. Flew 200 missions. Never lost a crew member to enemy action. August 15th, 1945. Japan surrendered. The war ended. Lou was 23 years old. The Navy offered discharge. Go home. Return to normal life. Lou declined. He could not go home. Not yet. Maybe not ever. What is normal after Pearl Harbor? After seeing 1,100 men die in 9 seconds? After pulling bodies from flooded compartments? After watching James Anderson's mother receive a folded flag? There was no normal. There was only forward. Lou stayed in the Navy. Career officer. Because the Navy made sense. Flying made sense. Home did not make sense anymore. But something was waiting for Lou. Something he did not expect. Something that would break him in ways the war never could. He was going to fall in love. 1946. Lou was still in the Navy. Flight instructor, training new pilots, teaching them what he learned, how to survive, how to bring their crews home. He met a woman, Valerie, school teacher, San Diego. She did not know about Pearl Harbor, did not know about the fires, the bodies, the screaming. Lou did not tell her. Some things you cannot share. They dated for 6 months. Valerie noticed things. Lou never slept past dawn, never stayed in closed spaces. Could not watch fireworks, the loud noises, the flashes. He would freeze, stare at nothing. She asked what was wrong. Lou said, I was at Pearl Harbor. She said, tell me. Lou said, I cannot. She said, try. Lou told her, not everything, just pieces, the explosion, the men in the water, the oil, the fire, James Anderson. He cried while telling her. First time he cried since the chaplain. Valerie held him, said, you survived for a reason. You saved men. You did your duty. Now you get to live. For them, for Anderson, for all of them. You get to be happy. That is your duty now. 1948. Lou and Valerie married. Navy ceremony, dress whites, swords. Lou's squadron attended. His crew from 1945. The many saved. They all came. 1949. First child. A son. Lou named him James, after James Anderson, his bunkmate, his friend, the boy who never got to open his garage. Lou wrote to Anderson's mother, told her about the baby, told her, your son is remembered, will always be remembered. My son carries his name. Anderson's mother wrote back, said, thank you. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for remembering. You gave me something to hold on to. Years passed. Lou remained in the Navy, flew different aircraft, trained pilots, served in Korea, worked in intelligence, classified operations. He never talked about that work. Still does not. 1967, Lou retired. Commander, 26 years of service. Moved to California, raised his family, 3 children, James, Luann, Jeffrey, normal life, American dream. But Pearl Harbor never left. December 7th, replayed. In dreams, in quiet moments, in the smell of gasoline, in the sound of firecrackers, in the sight of oil on water, always there, always waiting. 1981. USS Arizona Memorial opened. White structure spanning the sunken battleship. 900 bodies still entombed below. Lou was invited to the dedication. He attended. First time back to Pearl Harbor in 40 years. He stood on the memorial, looked down into the water, saw the outline of his ship, the hull, the turrets, the place where he had stood December 7th, 1941. He broke, completely. 40 years of control. Gone. Lou wept, sobbed, could not stop. His wife held him. His children did not understand. They had never seen their father cry. Lou said, "They are still down there. Anderson, all of them, still there. I left them. I lived. They died. I got everything. They got nothing." His son James said, "Dad, you didn't leave them. You carry them. Every day. In your name. In my name. In how you lived. You honored them. You did your duty." Lou nodded, but inside he wondered, did I do enough? Is living enough? Is surviving enough? The question would haunt him for 43 more years. 1981 to 2020. Lou attended every Pearl Harbor anniversary, December 7th, every single year, stood on the memorial, saluted, remembered. Other survivors attended, fewer each year, 2,000. Around 200 survivors remained. 2010. Fewer than 100. Age. Death. Time was erasing them. Lou became something he never wanted to be. The voice, the witness, the memory. Media called him. Documentaries, schools, interviews. Lou accepted every request. Not for fame. For duty. Someone had to tell the truth. Someone had to say, this was real. These were real men. They died. They suffered. They gave everything. And most of them were 19 years old. Lou told his story hundreds of times. Always the same facts. Never embellished, never exaggerated. Just the truth. The explosion. The fire. The 9 seconds that killed 1,177 men. His grandchildren asked, "Why do you do this? You are 95 years old. You have told this story 500 times. Is not it painful?" Lou said, "Yes, it is painful. Every time. But Anderson cannot tell his story. The 1,176 others cannot tell their story. I can. So I will. Until I cannot anymore." 2019. The second-to-last survivor of USS Arizona died. Now Lou was alone. The last man who stood on Arizona when she exploded. The final witness. The media attention intensified. Every network. Every newspaper. Last survivor. Lou did not want the title, but he accepted the responsibility. His son James asked, "Dad, how do you carry this? How do you live with this for 78 years? Lou said, "I do not carry it alone. I carry it with them. Anderson, the others. They are with me. Every day. I feel them. Hear them. They want to be remembered. So I remember. That is how I live with it." 2020. COVID pandemic. Pearl Harbor ceremony canceled. Lou attended anyway, alone. No crowd, no cameras, just an old man, age 99, standing on a memorial, saluting ghosts. Someone photographed him from a distance. The image went viral. An elderly man in a face mask, standing alone, saluting. The caption, "The Last Witness. Remembering Alone." Lou did not know he was photographed, did not care. He was not doing it for cameras. He was doing it for them. 2021, December 7th, 85th anniversary. Lou was 100 years old. The Navy flew him to Hawaii. Special ceremony. Hundreds attended. Lou stood on the Arizona Memorial. Last time. He knew it. Everyone knew it. He saluted, said, "I kept my promise. I remembered you. Every day. For 80 years. I told your stories. I said your names. You are not forgotten. You will never be forgotten." He paused, then added, "I will see you soon. Brothers." The crowd was silent. Thousands of people. Complete silence. Just the sound of water lapping against the memorial, against the hull of Arizona. The ship still crying oil. Still weeping for her lost crew. Lou turned. Walked off the memorial. Slowly. Age 100. Every step measured. Painful. But proud. He had kept his promise. He had done his duty. 3 years later, his duty would finally end. April 1st, 2024. Lou Conter died. Age 102. At home. Surrounded by family. Natural causes. His last words. "Tell them. Tell them what happened. Tell them we were there." His children asked, "What should we tell them?" Lou said, "Tell them it was real. Tell them we were boys. Tell them we did our duty. Tell them we never forgot." Then he closed his eyes, and the last voice of Pearl Harbor went silent. April 10th, 2024. Lou's funeral. Riverside National Cemetery. Full military honors. Navy Honor Guard. 21 gun salute. Each shot echoed across the cemetery. 3 volleys, 7 rifles, 21 shots, for 102 years of life, for 26 years of service, for 83 years of memory. Taps played, the lone trumpet, mournful, final. The flag was folded, 13 folds, precise, perfect, presented to his son James, namesake of James Anderson, the boy who died December 7th, 1941. The Secretary of the Navy spoke, called Lou, the final guardian of Arizona's memory, said, "With Lou's passing, we lose our last direct connection to that day. From now on, Pearl Harbor is history, not memory. We must ensure his voice continues through us. But here is the truth. Lou's legacy is not about titles, not about honors. It is about witness. Lou was the last human who experienced December 7th, 1941, on USS Arizona. Last man who saw the explosion, felt the heat, smelled the burning oil, heard the screaming, pulled burned men from the water, watched his ship die. All the others are gone. 1,176 died that day. 335 survived. Now all 335 are dead. Lou was the last, and now there is nobody left who was there. What happens when the last witness dies? Pearl Harbor becomes history, not memory. History is dates, numbers. 1,177 dead, 8 battleships, 2,403 total. History is accurate, but bloodless. Memory is different. Memory is Lou, at age 20, standing on the quarterdeck, watching his world explode, choosing to stay, choosing to help, choosing to remember for 83 years. That is memory, and memory dies with witnesses. But Lou tried. God, he tried. He spoke to millions, through documentaries, interviews, schools, ceremonies. He told them, this was real. These were real men. James Anderson wanted to open a garage, marry Sarah, raise kids. He got 9 seconds, then fire, then death. That is what war is. Real dreams, real deaths, real loss. USS Arizona remains at Pearl Harbor, 900 bodies still entombed. The ship leaks 1 gallon of oil every day. The oil floats up, creates a sheen. Some call it the tears of Arizona. The ship is still crying. Survivors could choose to be interred with Arizona after death. Lou declined. He said, "I survived. I do not deserve to rest with them. They gave everything. I got 83 extra years. I got to fall in love, raise children, see grandchildren. They got 9 seconds. Arizona belongs to them, not me." That was Lou Conter, humble, honorable, a witness who never forgot his duty, who kept his promise, who remembered when remembering was all he could do. If this story moved you, hit that like button right now. Every like helps preserve Lou's memory, keeps Pearl Harbor real for new generations who will never meet a survivor. Hit subscribe. Turn on notifications. We rescue these stories from history every single day. Drop a comment right now. Tell us where you are from. Tell us if you knew Lou's story. Tell us if someone in your family served. Let us know you are here, that you are listening, that you remember. Thank you for watching. Thank you for remembering. Lou Conter is gone, but his voice remains in stories like this. And as long as we tell these stories, Pearl Harbor will never be just history. It will be memory, real memory, of real men who gave real lives. Lou kept his promise for 83 years. Now it is our turn. We must tell their stories. We must say their names. We must remember. That is our duty. And like Lou, we will not abandon our post.